What's happening, guys? I'm AIDANMCJ. Welcome back to the channel. Now today we feature this Mk5 Golf Gti, which today is going to turn into an absolute madness. So what is happening is we're taking it now over to the other side of this industrial estate to get mapped, dynoed, and then we're going to see what an absolute madness it is. So what is under the bonnet? So it has a KO4 turbo off a Audi TTS, KO4 injectors, a diverter valve relocation, upgraded cord packs, PCV delete, 3-bar map sensor. It also has a turbo muffler delete as well. Not exactly sure what that's going to do today, but hopefully that'll help as well. We have a 200-bar fuel rail pressure sensor, an RS4 fuel rail return valve, a Viz Motorsport high pressure fuel pump, internals, and it's also bored the fuel feed out to cope with the stage 2. Plus it's got a 3-inch downpipe and a back box delete as well, which this does produce pretty decent flames and pop and bangs as well. We have the induction kit over here, ramming induction kit, and we also have a twinter cooler. Now today this should be taking this up to around about 360 brake horsepower on a safe map. Hopefully we can get that. It is very badly misfiring right now, so it can only go up to about 50 mile an hour at a push, so that's always good. But hopefully the guys at the place that we're going to know their stuff and can get this absolute beast to 360 brake horsepower. Okay guys, so now we are at Fader, which they now have the car on the ramp. So what they'll be doing is basically reverting it back to stock because it had a strong stage 1 file on it before. Probably just a flash map, I won't lie, it's probably just a flash map that's on the car currently. Now they've got to take that map off, put everything back to standard, and the DSG has been mapped as well, so that'll have to go back to standard as well. And then they'll be putting on basically an Audi S3 kind of base map, and then they'll be building it up from there. And then we'll probably come back a little bit later for the dyno pulls, as long as they permit that as well. Hopefully that's going to look absolutely sick, and hopefully we can get some decent flames as well from the pop and bang as well. But this is going to be pretty much a Frankenstein nightmare job that James has put on the guys at Fader. So hopefully they'll be able to pull it out of the bag. Right then, so the car, as you can hear, has been started now. It's got the S3 base map on it. Now obviously it's on the dyno now, it's just been started, and now he's going to start building the files up through data logs. VCDS I believe is being used for that. So they'll data log it, look at the AFRs and all that, the fuel in, the air, the mixtures. Then obviously they'll look at timing and everything as well as boost pressure and all that as well. And then hopefully we're going to get some absolutely insane dyno runs and see what it's making. Okay guys, so just before he does another pull, and you won't be able to hear me now, we're having a couple of issues with the amount of oil and fuel that is mixing. He did have an oil catch can that it was being filled up every week, so that's probably going to be an issue that we're going to have to look into in the future. Hopefully we're going to make some power today, but if not, we'll probably reconvene in another couple of weeks or something, come back up and then fiddle with it then, basically. We just swapped over the coil packs because as soon as you put pressure in, obviously the actuator's opening like it should, but it's having a cylinder 3 misfire and stuff. So obviously that is not a great thing for James's car to have, but it has been a little bit of an issue with the new coil packs that we've had on in the last couple of weeks. So it's swapped over to the stock ones now. Obviously this will not fix the issue completely forever, but we'll see what it does. Okay, so it runs a little bit better on the dyno on the stock coil packs, but we're now looking into gaps on the spark plugs because James is a bit of a mong and probably hasn't gapped them properly. So we're looking into whether he's not done that properly, and that could maybe suggest why we're having fuel and petrol mixing and also it pulling timing as well. So we're going to look at the gaps. I think he was recommended 0.28 or something, whereas the garage is recommending around about 0.5 or something like that. I might be telling you the wrong information, I'm not going to lie, but I think it's around about that gist. So we're going to look at it now, see whether that has anything to do with the issue, and then hopefully we can get some figures. So we've looked at the spark plugs. James hasn't done exactly the best job with gapping these, but they are all being gapped up properly now. But these two on the end, we'd say 3 and 4, were very, very dry. So obviously it was running lean on that. But 1 and 2 cylinders are running very, very rich, covered in oil and fuel. So not looking good. So we're going to gap them all up, run it up, see what happens. Not holding out high hopes for this, to be honest, but we'll see. Okay guys, so it's not running 360 brake horsepower.
It's running 266.98.
Yes, totally. So the next port of call, because that didn't exactly fix it, we are running a stock S3 map, so it should be around about 260, 270. We can only use 90, well, about 85%.
He said try not to go with 75% throttle.
About 75% throttle.
Which I'm going to 400% throttle it as soon as we get on to a certain road.
Yeah, Mexico. But yeah, so that's very unfortunate. But the next port call is a compression test, and then if that shows low compression, it's running a lot better. It's not misfiring, it's running a lot better. Exactly, and it's got a heavy boost as well. So, and then it should be a leak down test if that is there. So we will reconvene in a couple of weeks. So then guys, you can see I've got a change of clothes. This is a little bit of an outro a couple of weeks later. Now you'll be seeing the video a couple of weeks later than it was filmed, but the second part of this video, there will be 2 parts. The second part of this video will be out in a couple of weeks. So this is a little bit of an update at the end of the video. We now have a hybrid core on that KO4, which will make it safer and stronger when we go to push it. The car has also got a Stage 2 Plus standalone ECU on it now as well, which is pushing a lot more brake horsepower. It's also got anti-lag on it as well. So we'll show you that in the next video. We will be going back to either Fader or another dyno specialist or a dyno setup to get that done. He has encountered a couple more problems. So again, part 2 will be in a couple of weeks. So please stick around for that. There will be a lot of other videos coming, as well as obviously his car, my car, hint, new car, and also a couple more different cars and different styles of videos as well. So please like, comment and subscribe if you like the video. I appreciate it a lot, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks time for this part 2 of the video.